Good morning, everyone. It is 2025 and time to start planning for the garden. So, thought I'd kind of give you a quick overview of what I hope to accomplish this year. First, start off with our tree here. Totally hacked that down. So, we'll see how that recovers. I really took a whole bunch. I'll show you what I took off later on in the video. So right here, finally going to get around to making this a permanent garden spot here. I'm going to put some blueberries down here. Clearly I need to get the weeds out and get some mulch down, but I really think this would work well as a blueberry spot. I bought 4 of them. Hopefully they will do well and just be done with this section for a long time. Alright, coming down here, I don't know what I'm going to do here. I could grow a little something here, maybe some bell peppers or some butternut squash maybe. Don't get a lot of sun there, so I'll have to think about that. As you can see, this is the raspberry section, and they are starting to come to life. Just had a nice little bout of warm weather, and today it's gotten cold. It's been very windy. Got a lot of rain last night, so not quite out of the woods yet, but the raspberries are ready to get started. You can see all the green on them. These will put some on in the spring, and then they'll die off, and then the new ones will come up. Don't really see any down there, but there will be plenty, believe you me. These things spread like a weed. Don't think I'll do much here. Maybe throw a tomato plant or 2 in. Clearly need to get something down there. Keep the weeds from coming up. I did move the asparagus, and unfortunately I do not think it survived. But I don't know. It would be showing up over here if I did. As you can see, I already got some straw down. I had the whole thing covered pretty much back to there, but the wind has really been strong and blew it out. I do have in these areas lots of potatoes planted. I got red potatoes, I got russet potatoes, and I got sweet potatoes. So I need to see how much area that'll take up. And I think I want to get some watermelon planted here because I don't care if it grows out into the grass. Don't really use the yard for a whole lot anymore, and even if I do, this area here usually can get some vines growing in and it'll be fine. I also have in here, I really thought they would be coming up more, but there's a bunch of garlic. I don't know if they'll poke through the grass or not. I was kind of hoping they would. And I might need to move the grass just to let that grow. I did put a first planting of radishes down in this area here that I didn't have enough straw for. I don't think anything's come up yet, except for the weeds. And honestly, the seeds are from 2018. So, not really sure how viable they are. But they came up last year, so I'm hoping they will again this year. This arbor here. The arbor will be one of 2 things. It's either going to be cantaloupe, or it's going to be cucumber. Or maybe both, I don't know. So that's what I'll get into there. And probably down this whole area here. In the back I might put some hot pepper plants just for fun. And then in the front, put the cantaloupe and let it spread into the yard. Like I said, I don't really care if it gets into the yard. I do have the wildlife protection / pet rabbit play area netted off already. Kind of happy with this year. I already got that done. And I need to tie this off a little bit. Near the bottom, I like to tie it off a little bit more. Put a little more string, and then as you can see, I got these metal staples here to keep it from getting under. So Probably need to put a few more down. And I did this whole area here with it all the way down. So it feels really good to have that done. In the front area, I'll have a lot of eggplant in here and squash. We eat a lot of zucchini, so I might try different kinds of summer squash in here with some eggplant, and who knows, maybe a pepper plant or two. Along this edge here, I planted a bunch of carrots, which I think have not come up yet. The theory here is, the sun comes from this direction, so carrots will be the smallest. They'll get the first of the sun, and then behind them I might put beans. The middle of this area will be all tomatoes, and then the far side by the concrete will be peas. So really hoping that works out well this year. Could get a lot growing inside of there. Maybe do a different kind of bean, random bean or something. Still cutting back the maple tree. Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the story 1,000 times if you watched any of my videos, but one of the helicopters landed in my garden and started growing, and my son would not let me get rid of it, so the compromise was I cut it back every year. So that's as tall as this thing will ever get. Just keep cutting it back. And I might put a cucumber or two on this side over here. We'll see. Not sure I'll plant anything over here this year. If I do, it'll be like kale, or maybe I should plant some green onion, or lettuce, herbs, something like that. That's about the only thing I have planned for this area. So I think that might cover what's out here so far. I do have this giant pot which grew oregano and rosemary very well last year, and I'm thinking about doing that again, but I'd take a lot of dirt, maybe throw some wood or rocks in there to not use as much dirt, but I might do that again. Maybe grow some basil. And then I do have over here just some random raspberry canes that I didn't get them all out, so they came back up over here. So I just let them go. They are starting to green. So that's what I have planned for here. Last year I did have a lot of cucamelons grown here, and I'll probably let one or two go if they come back up, but I'm not really thrilled with those. They're tasty, they're fun to grow, but they're not that tasty, to be honest. They're just okay. Okay, let me take you inside and let me show you what I have started already and getting ready to come out. Okay, here is the first set of plants I have growing. This is a tomato plant. It's kind of like a grape tomato. I don't know if you can see it, but I already have tomatoes growing. This was grown from a tomato from a salad that we got from Olive Garden. Cut a few of them in half, throw in some dirt, and it's already good size. Got 4 blueberry plants. Blueberry Jersey, Blueberry Patriot, 2 of each, and just got to figure out when to get them out there. So hopefully can do that soon. Hopefully it'll warm up. Hopefully these ones with no leaves on them are still alive. Okay, back here, bell pepper plants. This one, red bell pepper, and eggplant, and another eggplant, and this I believe is an orange bell pepper. Don't have a whole lot of hot peppers growing yet. No, they're not doing very well. The eggplant is going to be white and purple, ones I grew last year. So if you watch last year's videos, you can see what those are going to turn out to be. The eggplant in this area gets devastated by flea beetles, so You need to get them pretty well established to be able to survive the onslaught of flea beetles once they go out. My wife likes to do indoor plants. Monsteras, fiddly figs. And she also likes to take cuttings and start new plants. So we have a ton of plants in our house, but it's fun. It works really well. Okay, let me just show you what we got going on in here. Okay. More of her cuttings. These rubber plant trees are from cuttings. So she had a rubber plant tree, cut off a few branches, and now she's got more rubber plant trees. Here you can see some in here where she's got them started and they will root. And she's got a bunch of these, So this is the Christmas cactus. I think I can open that up real quick. Just cut them off, throw them in there, and they'll end up rooting. And she'll get a bunch more Christmas cactus plants. So just a fun little hobby. And then over here, more of her cuttings here. These are actually working there. This is some kind of succulent, but she put that leaf on there. And she gets little plants coming up, so that's a lot of fun. And this is my big eggplant. This is the one that's doing the best. So that one will be more than ready to go. These are the hot pepper plants, mostly habanero. This one's a ghost pepper, I believe. It's just taking forever. Very slow growing. I believe this one's a jalapeno. Yeah. There's a cayenne pepper. That one's dying. And mostly just habaneros. Those are all habaneros. And then I planted a few more tomatoes. One's called a Zapotec that I won from somebody on YouTube years ago. And we're talking 5, 6, 7 years ago. Might have been heirloom reviews. And then I also have a paste tomato and a beefsteak tomato. So, anyway. And I also have my pineapple I planted last year. Bought a pineapple, cut the top off, planted the top. That's what I have. It's browning a lot. I don't know if that's lack of water, the dirt, natural life cycle. Don't know. But once it's warm enough, this guy's going outside in the dirt in the main garden. I think the pineapple comes the second year. So this will be the second year. I get a pineapple or I don't. But it was a fun experiment. So anyway, looking forward to this year. I hope everybody else is getting a good start. And the last thing I'd like to do is give a shout out to Nottingham Forest. Many of you probably don't know, but I'm a big soccer fan. My kids played soccer, and I became a fan of the Premier League. In Nottingham is where most of my ancestors came from, so that's what I root for. And anyway, they're having a really good year. 3rd place in the Premier League, looking to get a Champions League spot. So hopefully they can hang on. And thanks for watching, and I will see everybody next time.